Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
We're back. Welcome to the bunker.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the S4 Paranormal Bunker. We are back after a week hiatus. We went camping this weekend, and as you can tell from my voice, it hurts like hell.
This weekend, we were gone from Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's a week.
Yeah.
And it was a good week, though.
Oh, yeah. It was fun.
Friend, we have never made that much money at our family auction.
Yeah.
Friend, and now I'm down to 2 kids. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
Friend.
We always knew that night hike was a good idea.
Oh, I meant we auctioned them off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we did auction someone off.
Why is my mic reacting so much harder than everyone else's?
Because yours is special.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, anyways, tonight we have Nikki Jacobs, Robert White, as always. The lovely people.
Yeah.
How are you guys? Motherfucker, we gotta talk to you, Robert. Friggin' hands up to you, friend. That was the most awesome thing watching you do your rehab. Friend. Hey. Oh yeah. Friend. But seeing you be able to do that, that's an awesome thing. Friend, fuck, you can almost walk better than Kayla some nights.
This is true.
Friend, and me every night. Friend. So, friend, well, I brought back someone else's leg. So, my legs are 2 different sizes.
Yeah, it's really weird.
One's 3 times the size of the other. Friend, Kayla's are both. She brought back someone else's, both their legs. Friend, neither of them are hers.
But they're good now. I went into the creek yesterday and I just sat there for like a couple hours and now they're good.
The fish ate away the extra bits. Oh, yeah.
No, not vampire fish. They were werefish.
I
They
need
used to be
everyone to remember I love my wife.
people. Hey now.
But, I'm just saying, is there a chance, a correlation in the fact that Kayla sat in a creek yesterday and then all of a sudden Alaska had a tsunami?
Hey man! Hey! They only had a warning. It's because I got out in time. Okay?
Oh, my God.
She can't, I'm out of reach.
Did you fall over beforehand and that's what caused the earthquake?
This is what happens when I'm stuck in the woods with these people for 5 days.
Hey. At least you had your living room.
That's true. Friend, although I think it's time for a new chair. We actually had some really cool, like, fun things happen. I created some paranormal events.
Yeah.
So do you guys know who... do you guys know who Mr. Ballin is? He's the YouTube guy. Yeah, he's the YouTube guy who does paranormal stories.
Yeah, he's on
and
TikTok
scary stories.
and YouTube.
So Kayla's mom listens
Scary,
to those
but true.
every night to fall asleep to. So the first night, we have no service up there whatsoever. So she had nothing. We were listening to trucks go by on the highway. And then Kayla uses space shows to fall asleep to. So they were both bitching.
I was fine. I was just looking at the stars.
But do you guys remember a few months ago when John bought a mannequin?
Yeah.
So we brought it with us. And we actually auctioned it off.
Yeah.
But we had it set up in our camping area. And we were sitting there, and if you just, like, because of the darkness and everything, the moon reflection and everything, if you look just right, she disappeared.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that to June and Kayla, and then I said, also, I don't know, like, if you concentrate real hard, you can kind of feel her breathing down your neck.
Yeah, and then he grabs his blanket, flips over, and goes, "Good night." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Now we're in a Mr. Ballin episode. We're good. Well, of course they did. Actually, no. None of like. It was stupid because we couldn't have fires, so we had a propane fire, and then as soon as everyone that first night was asleep by like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it was weird.
But then we were all up by like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So like we didn't get to sleep in that first night, and then the rest of the nights were late nights. I think Friday or Thursday night was 1 o'clock. Friday night was about 3. And then me and June had to be, I set my alarms for June because I was the only one with a phone that still worked. And so we were both up at 6. Friend. Yeah, and she's 67 years old. Like, that's hard at that age. Friend. Yeah, like, it was pretty she's good. She took the day Monday and Tuesday off. Today was her first day back at work. Friend.
Yeah, Mom said she needs 1 recovery day, and then a day to recover from the recovery day, and then a day to just lay around before she go back. So.
But when we got back on Sunday, I think, John, when did we leave her house last? Like 11?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
11:30 was when we
something.
left and finally came back home.
And Sunday morning, we were up at 6 o'clock again.
Yeah,
So,
it sucked.
friend, it's just a very busy weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, but it's worth it.
And while we were gone, there was some news happening in the paranormal world, too.
Yeah.
Friend, I'm trying to remember his name exactly. I think it's Dan Riviera. Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah.
And well on tour with Annabelle.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And they are not releasing the cause of death yet. Friend.
Suspicious.
Friend.
Right? They're like, "Oh, hey." And it's like he had a heart attack or something. You know.
He had a heart attack while holding the doll.
Friend. And then, Nikki, is what you said this morning public knowledge? Yeah, do you know? Burn. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, even if they did have fire suppression, not everything actually responds to it. And well, and but even like regular Earth items, a lot of them will not respond to most fire suppression.
Okay.
And like I believe it's silver nitrate that doesn't. Yeah. And there is only actually one fire suppression system that works for them, but it is completely illegal to use everywhere now, and it's an oxygen deprivation. Ren,
Alright, so this is what comes up in the news right now when you read about it. It says, a massive fire known as the Gothic Fire has erupted near Area 51 in Nevada, igniting on July 4th, 2025, due to a lightning strike. The fire has consumed over 36,000 acres and is currently 0% contained. It has sparked speculation among UFO enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists, with some suggesting it could be a cover-up for classified information or evidence related to the Area 51.
yeah, well,
Well, if it sparked on July... Well, and that's the thing. Is this says it sparked on July 4th. That's a whole... Over 2 freaking weeks. That's, what, 10, 11, 12 days ago that it supposedly sparked, and we didn't hear anything until everybody started releasing videos about it burning Area 51. And now they're like, no, it's cool. Right.
I will say, just so everyone's clear, it being called the Gothic Fire is only based on the area that it's in, the Gothic Valley.
Yeah, I do have to admit it is kind of creepy though if the Gothic Fire takes out Area 51. That's like vampires versus aliens.
Not really, it's about
like,
time those fuckers did something.
I mean, that could be a movie in itself, like, no.
But it's true, it's about time they did something rather than just lurking in cemeteries.
Now,
In the dead of
honestly,
night.
like, what I'm wondering is if a classified, like, only people with special clearance and shit can get into this facility, if it does light on fire, do they send in firefighting crews, or do they just tell them to let it burn?
Neither.
Like,
They have their own fire crew.
they have their own fire crews? Okay.
Absolutely. And that's true with every base.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about that. That's
Whidbey Island has their own fire crew.
Oh, okay.
They do not bring on civilians.
No, that's what I was asking. Like, if it was raging out of control and, like, burning up stuff, would they bring in people from
Absolutely
the outside?
not.
Or
Not
would
to
they...
any base.
Well, and they might just call other fire crews from other bases, huh? Like, if it got too bad?
Yes.
Okay.
Or National Guard or...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, it would have to be, like, people with that clearance no matter what.
And
Okay.
if I remember correctly, according to a documentary on the White House, because the White House is now considered a military base. Since Since the
since the
70s.
commander-in-chief lives there, yes. It would have to be.
Since the 70s, it has been because it has ground-to-air missiles. Friends, so it requires a military personnel to be on site at all times. Friends, therefore, it is considered a military base, and it has its own fire team.
Okay.
And they are soldiers.
Huh.
So, they have to have clearance to go into every room.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you would, because you wouldn't want somebody going into the war room or something that had absolutely no clearance and seeing a bunch of classified documents.
Yeah.
Whether they were half burnt or not, they're still classified documents.
And yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I guess so.
And so,
But yeah, crazy stuff is happening.
yeah. And even, like, everything's going a little weird this week. Mount Rainier had over 200 earthquakes.
Yep.
And then, all of a sudden, Alaska has a big one.
And then a tsunami warning. Yeah, it was like 7.3, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything. The last thing I heard was that the water was receding and everyone was evacuating.
No. And
I haven't looked at my feed since then, and I don't know how they fared.
oh, while we were up camping too, a forest fire reignited.
Oh yeah.
Like, right next to where we were camping.
And then the day after we left, it reunited again.
Yeah,
I think that's some asshole with a cigarette butt.
maybe.
I really do.
It is super dry out there. It is like,
Oh, yeah.
it's Eastern Washington. I mean, it's like ridiculously dry.
Like there's
And right
no
now
humidity.
they've been on fire ban for weeks.
But
So-
we could actually see where this fire had burnt away the first time. There was a house in the middle that was perfect.
Yeah.
It just had a bunch
It
of burnt
didn't get
trees and
touched.
ground all the way around it, but the house itself was fine.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
The guy must have been
I'm
spraying
assuming
water.
he was sitting up there with a sprinkler going, "Not my house!"
Yeah.
No. I know quite a few people that do that, actually.
There's companies that are now doing that for residents of Northern California for year round. That will sprinkle once a day.
Yeah, it's like the ones
Right.
that go in your ground, but they just pop out of your roof and they start sprinkling. But you know what? I will tell you, when you sprinkle over your rooftop, it does cool your house down like quite a bit.
Robert, what did you say about Yellowstone? Okay,
Oh my god.
that is not true. One of them chose to walk into one of the geysers and commit suicide instead.
Oh yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, one of the
there's
bison
a
did.
video. It is bad.
Yeah, it's so
bad.
horrible.
He said, yeah, I don't want to walk that far, so
Yeah, the
bye,
bison-
guys.
Yeah.
No, he just slowly walked into... He slowly walked into one of the geyser fields and just stared up at all the tourists that were watching
And just started
as he
screaming.
started, like, melting and, like, burning and stuff. It was disgusting.
It was bison suicide.
Alright?
Bison side.
Yeah.
Bison side. But I'm like, can you imagine you're taking, like, your kid there for the very first time and you're like, look, a buff, oh my god! Like, ugh. Well, not only that, but I can just imagine the smell, because the hair and everything mixed with that geyser fumey, like,
Sulfuric meat.
sulfuric, oh god. Ugh. That would be the worst smell ever.
Or it might be really good.
Or it's like bison barbecue. I
It
don't think
could-
so. Mm-hmm.
It's
Mine
really,
was
really low.
freezing up earlier.
Hold on 1 second.
Huh.
For some reason, you're not registering either. Hold on 1 second. You guys keep talking, though, because that'll help me.
What's happening? What was that?
Okay. That was disturbing.
Oh, YouTube didn't like that either. Who?
No. You're banned for being robotic.
Oh yeah.
So much.
I wonder.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
In between
Yeah.
the different directions, and
Concrete
both
barriers.
sides completely with snow. So I mean,
Mhm.
and all I remember in the video was somebody said it was July something 2025, and can you believe this? I thought we were done with this. And it was a trucker. It was a trucker videotaping it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and,
From
It might
what
be the same
I
one.
saw.
and I'm going to be that person
Possible.
because other than a couple of years when I lived in Canada with Cole, I have lived in
Yeah.
Washington and this side of Washington for most of my life.
Yeah.
And I never remember until like the last
Gotcha.
8-10 years it ever getting this hot in the summertime here. Not on this side. On the other side of the mountains, absolutely. But on this side, it would never get like it has for the last like 10 years. Like the last 10 years have been insane.
Yeah, but with modern weather
Last 10,
patterns,
yeah.
the weather
Robert,
from up
just
north
nod to
are
me. Are
starting
you
to come
listening to it
down.
again? Or can you please?
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
it's super weird though, because like as a kid, if it got into like 75, you were dying. It was too hot.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
was
Well,
Yeah.
that's
And
kind
that's
of
why people
And
moved
then you
to
hit
Washington
85.
is because the climate was
Yep.
basically the same year round.
yeah, but that's kind of like happening all over the world. It's starting to experience new weather. Like Texas is starting to experience
Oh,
snow
good. Thumbs up.
more, and
Perfect.
Britain is starting to experience a lot more snow,
Well,
and
what
we're
was
starting
it
to experience
last,
more heat.
Last winter that Louisiana got almost a foot of snow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People didn't know what to do. They had to shut down the damn cities because nobody's ever even seen it before, let alone tried to drive in it or anything else.
Well, I've had friends in the UK that have talked about how miserable their summers are and how much worse their winters are becoming.
I'm not
And
gonna
I'm
lie.
like, good God.
Texas was
What?
funny.
Why?
When Texas froze, that was entertaining for me.
Why and in what way? Or should I ask?
All those people who sat there in their Teslas in the cities and
Oh,
said,
God.
this isn't going to hurt us, we don't care. And then they couldn't get into their cars.
And then
Watching
they
the
Yeah.
videos of like the thousands of TikTok videos of them trying to get into their cars. So entertaining.
well, not to mention their cars didn't work in those weather,
Yeah.
that weather. So
Oh,
when they
that's
did
right.
actually get into the car, it had completely killed all of the electronics and everything in the car because they were not ranged for that cold of weather?
No, just the battery. The electronics are perfectly ranged for
Oh,
it.
okay.
The
It was just
batteries
the battery
themselves.
itself?
Friend, the shortest one in that cold is like 21 hours to charge 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Friend, they are just
So
like,
all of the electric cars were just kaput.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
friend.
That's why diesel's better.
Debatable, but yeah.
John, you've never even like been in a diesel.
No.
Diesels are loud.
And stinky.
That's why they're better.
We need to go back to coal.
I have a real issue with this because I don't think he's wrong. At the same time, I don't want to agree with him because I know he's coming from nowhere.
Come on, you know you can agree with me.
Alright, that's it. We're going back to steam power and coal power. Let's do this.
Yeah,
I am not pushing again.
back to the age of Tesla.
We're gonna get out and we're gonna wind up our car and we're gonna
Which
make it
coal
50
power?
miles.
Which coal power? C-O-A-L or C-O-L-E?
If it's COLE, we ain't going fucking nowhere. Like,
The last time coal
gotta
powered
get
a
to 1.1
vehicle ran
gigawatts.
into a tree.
that's true. The last,
The last time you coal powered a vehicle, it ran into a neighbor's tree. Yes. And it
No,
ran
that's funny.
over him.
Did the tree suffer?
Oh,
no,
But
well,
coal did.
the tree's still there.
I was just going to say, did
Cole
coal
got
Cole
scraped up
suffered
and
hurt.
ran over by his fucking car as it smashed into a tree. Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it went
Oh,
down
dear.
an entire block
Mhm.
hill, and the only reason I still have one of my fingers is because of my ring. And
Oh, that's the time when you had the ring. Okay, yeah.
yeah, and then the guy that was helping me stopped pushing, jumped back in his car, and took off.
He's like, "Oh shit, it's going down!" And
Just as
took
I'm
off.
trying to stop it.
Are you? Oh, my
So-
God. Smack him.
Like, well, good guy for helping, but you know, not
Thanks,
everyone has
bud.
the intelligence to
Yeah,
push
you
a
guys
car.
are pissing off. Yeah.
Friend,
Ugh.
Jeez.
Anyhow, werebears.
Oh, yeah.
well,
They're bears.
This all started because of the last show we
Crowware.
had. The question developed in my mind during that show.
Oh, God. What the hell were we talking? Oh, we were talking about, oh, God. Soul,
Past lives.
past lives. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
God, I couldn't
So we
get
were
my-
trying
get
to, but
my
Nick
brain
wouldn't
to-
shut up about her stuff, yeah.
we were
But,
talking about history. We were talking about a lot of different things, and all of a sudden, because I was, someone had mentioned we were talking about New Orleans for a minute and werewolves or vampires, and automatically my thoughts go to all of those type of creatures.
Wednesday.
Friend, and so I was sitting there thinking, werewolves. Okay.
There, whoa.
The Western continent only has a history of so far. The Eastern continent, mainly Europe, no, not Europe, well, Eastern Europe and Egypt and Greece, those are our main areas. Africa.
Mm-hmm.
How many fucking wolves are there in there?
There aren't very many, if any.
So why do we only have werewolves as the main?
Because they're the coolest.
We only have 300 years of history in the United States with everyone
Ooh,
combined.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Whereas Egypt has over 10,000 years of history. And we have all kinds of gods based off of half man, half creature.
Yeah.
Why do we only classify one animal as a were?
Well,
Because they didn't reach the point of godhood.
okay, whoa. Actually,
Not true.
Okay, so out of all of the random beasts that rule this land, like any of the animals and everything else, okay, wolves actually do have the highest spread of different areas that they are in, as far as animals of prey. Okay, they really do. They have the largest area that they cover. Okay, but you don't just have werewolves. You have, like, in Africa they got this thing called a were-hyena. It's called something else, but like our terms, it would be a were-hyena, and it is a person that turns into a, like, half person, half hyena. They also have were-tigers in India, where they turn into, like, a half tiger, half person.
Okay, I'm gonna tell. Wait a minute. On that note alone, I can tell you that that's an ET. That is what our Keith Andrews calls a Laborian.
A were-tiger?
It's from the. Yeah,
Ooh.
it comes from the Lyran system in our galaxy, and did I just lose you guys? Are you still there?
We're still here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. There's no video for you guys, so when Robert went out, I was like, wait a minute. So basically, that's an ET. That's a shapeshifter ET, and I've personally seen one of them.
Yeah, but
so
wouldn't a shapeshifter
I don't
and
know
a
about the
werebeast
others,
be
but
the
I
same
know
thing?
about that.
What?
Wouldn't a
Not
shapeshifter and a werebeast be the same thing? Because,
No.
like,
Not necessarily.
Mm-mm.
What constitutes a were?
I don't know.
It's a curse.
Well, that's not entirely true, because not all of them are cursed, and that's why they turn into things.
Like who?
Okay, so it depends on what depiction of where you go with, because, okay, so some of them are family line.
But the original was a curse.
Well, maybe the original in that family line. I guess.
Yeah, every one of them
okay.
starts with a curse.
Yeah, like
Okay.
werewolves are cursed humans from witches.
Are they really, though?
Yes.
And the family line ones, it only happens if they do it doggy style.
When they conceive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But, okay, in that case, though,
No, Nikki?
like, where things would be different from,
And if
like,
you say no, how would you know?
so where things, or where creatures,
Because I got told.
would be different from, like, goat
That was one
man
of
or
my
dog
questions.
man because they don't turn back into humans? Is that what constitutes the difference there?
Yes.
Okay, and because they're born a goat man or a dog man and always have been, where the other things are cursed to have, like, passed it down a family line or whatever? Okay. So
I have
then-
no idea on that. I just know that the ETs, they're born. Unless it's a Laborian hybrid
Yeah.
with a human, that's a totally different.
Well, I mean, technically
totally
they'd
different
still be
situation.
born, but
Well, yeah, they'd still be born, but and by who?
so
But they have the ability, according to what I've personally seen with the Laborian, the one Laborian I have seen that actually does this. And the difference, when I was talking to our Keith Andrews about it, he said, "Wait a minute, you told me the claws retract when they shapeshift," and I'm like, "Yeah, not always. They have the ability to," which just threw me. But he said that's the difference between the Lyrans and the Laborians, and I went, "What?" He goes, "The nails. The nails on a Lyran will not shift. The nails, the claws, or the hooks on the paws, whatever you want to call them, those will shapeshift when the person shapeshifts. So, or when the being, the ET shapeshifts." So I was like, wow, okay. He goes, that's a very key component to what you've seen and your story. And I'm like, yeah, when I saw it, I freaked out quite badly.
Well,
okay, so
So,
I was talking a little bit about this, but then, in your opinions, would
yeah.
a vampire be a werebat?
No.
Because it was cursed
I don't
in
know.
order to get there. But is it because it can't turn
Right.
back into an actual human form? That it
They
wouldn't
can
be?
also turn into wolves and mist and smoke and stuff like that. So they
Mm,
got multiple choices.
And again, it depends
Well,
on
depending
what lore
upon
you
myth
go
and
with,
lore.
whether they were
Yeah.
cursed or not.
Whether they
Yeah.
were cursed or what. Because
Some of
obviously...
them were born of Lilith.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. And then they got bit from there on and became... Okay,
And some
all
were
right.
cursed
So
from
it
witches.
was only a curse after the fact. Because some of them were born into being like the original OG vampire.
To live like that is
Okay.
considered a curse,
Yeah.
not the like.
Not the actual like, curse itself.
Yeah, it's not an actual transformative curse,
And
but
Well,
you're cursed to
and see,
live
this is where
forever.
this is where our Keith Andrews would come in handy because of the fact of he talks about vampires as being forms of ETs.
Yeah.
So, and he talks about the races and stuff. I have not a clue about any of that. I mean,
And the hard part I have with
I've
that
always-
is, as far as I know, aren't we all? In a way.
what vampires?
No,
Vampires,
from
you
an
mean?
ET, from an extraterrestrial
Like,
standpoint, like
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to make a statement that is not going to go over well with anybody that I know
You?
that deals with religion of any kind.
there
Me?
is
Yeah.
no way, Nikki.
Go for it.
Well, here we go. As I was told by two different races of ET, two specific ETs, both being a different race, and both told me individually at different times.
Yep.
Quote unquote, you, humanity, were seeded. Now, when I said that around our Keith Andrews, he's like, that's absolutely not true. So, but I've been told that by two different races of ET directly.
Mhm.
And who actually started it was an ET that she's kind of like a spirit guide, but she's not. She's a living spirit guide. Let's put it that way. I don't know what to call her. And she's the one who told me that at the very beginning, and then I kind of don't really even weird because in my thinking, I don't really think of her as the original one who told me, because hello, how can you?
Well, okay.
I don't know.
So,
Even as a psychic medium, I can't verify. I know that she's an ET, but I don't know which race she's from and all of that. And for whatever reason, she is instructed to keep a very close eye on me. And I'm like, okay, what? And that's when I just go, whatever.
okay.
I'm done.
So the issue that I have with the whole seeding,
And she's the one-
non-seeding.
Well, hang on. She's the one who got me asking when I was abducted. So the only reason that it even got brought up for me was because of her. And so and for whatever reason, I was allowed to remember those two occasions. So this is a big deal. The fact that I was even allowed to remember those two specific during the two different abductions. So there's that aspect of it. Now, because of religion and because of my own belief system, I have a very difficult time with that. But what was stated to me was that we were essentially built and created. And I was like, excuse me? And then what they mean by seeded, because I asked it a lot of questions over this, and I remembered bits and pieces and chunks of what I was told, and it's just mind-boggling to me
Okay.
that is a word
okay, so
used for us.
I asked, as you guys know, I'm Catholic. So I did have a talk with a priest after
Awesome.
Pope Francis had that whole thing where he mentioned that
We would welcome aliens.
we
with
would
open
welcome
arms.
aliens into the Catholic religion. And the way the priest put it was, the Catholic religion, much like every other religion on earth, has been too closed-minded for too long.
Mm-hmm.
We believe God created us. That is true. But who's to say what God is? We don't know that until we passed over. We don't get
Well, now
to know
here's
that. But the thing is, welcoming them means we are welcoming them to know the history that happened since the last time they appeared. So since the last time they were here, things have happened.
Here's what happened.
that's for sure.
So the story of Jesus Christ, the story of Moses, all of that stuff, there's no guarantee there was an alien there at that time.
I'm going to tell you something. There are, and I do agree with R.T. Andrews when he has outright stated there are ETs who believe in an all-encompassing source, and I've come to find that out too.
Mm-hmm.
They do believe in. There's some races of ET who do believe in God. They believe in Jesus. And
that's the thing.
and just,
I don't
that
understand why they
boggles my
wouldn't.
mind. Yeah.
Because
But from an ET races where there's so many different belief systems
oh yeah,
and so many different entities, that it's just mind-boggling to me in the grand scheme of things, and it makes me very happy when I hear it.
but I would imagine that it's a very small percentage. You know what I mean?
Now,
I know exactly what you mean, especially when you're dealing with thousands of ET species, races.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that psychopath that throws a little bit of science up in here. Okay, so...
Oh, go for it.
My issue with the
I know
seeding,
people
with
that
all
love
the
that, so.
other stuff, with the religious aspects, with the fact that we all are from different planets, all of this stuff, okay, is that if you actually look at the Bible and you look at what it says in Genesis in the Bible, okay?
Yep.
And you think about the Big Bang Theory and the expansion of the universe, it's the same story in different terms.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah,
so with that,
exactly.
we all, every single one of us are alien because we all came from the original source. Whatever that original source is, we all came from that original source. So everything that happened from there on out was all seeded. Everything from the beginning of existence has been seeded in order for every race and every alien species to become.
But at the same time...
That's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going because of the fact that it all depends upon how you view the word seeded.
Right.
Yeah, because...
And what all it means to the individual.
Exactly.
The way I would want you to look at that is Venus.
Yeah.
Why does Venus turn the opposite way?
Because it got hit by an a second planet that hit it off its axis and it now rotates in the opposite direction.
And what did that cause?
It to rotate the opposite way.
And
Earth to become the perfect planet.
Yes.
For human existence.
Yes, because in order for that to have happened, then the after debris and everything else had to do this, and this. The
second great bombardment.
Right, yeah. The great bombardment and everything. Gotcha.
Who's to guarantee that wasn't the seeding?
No, now, and it totally could have been. Okay, it could have been from two different aspects of that.
Because in that sense, then, we don't come from the original source.
But we
come from a secondary source of the original source.
Okay, we come from a secondary source of the original source, sure we do.
If it was planned.
If you transfer everything back, it still all comes from that one single point in time. It all still comes from the original source. Just because it's recycled and reused and pushed to a different planet and pushed to a different planet doesn't mean that lineage-wise way back in the beginning of time, we didn't all come from the same thing.
But
Okay,
here's
and
the problem I'm having with that too.
yeah.
Now your own science is betraying you.
Oh, betrayal.
Because they think that antimatter was here before the Big Bang. In the same spots it is now.
Okay. So just
So it didn't come from that original source.
right. But
Well, then you
we're gonna throw this out there. If you want to talk about antimatter as being a different source than everything else, right? Well, why do we have good and evil? It's balance. It's all about the balance. Okay? So there had to have been something before the beginning of something. So therefore, there was good, source lights, evil, antimatter. Okay?
Well,
there was always the heaven and
When
hell.
was the last time you saw fucking balance on Earth?
No, but what I'm saying is there was always the heaven and hell aspect. From the beginning of time, we've thought of good people do good things, they get good deeds, they get good. Bad people do bad things, they get bad deeds, they do bad.
Well, you
Like, so there's always been that yin yang to the universe. Well, to everything.
well, you could also look at it from
There's
this.
an opposite and a positive.
Mom,
Proton, neutron.
there's another way you could look at it.
Huh.
The Big Bang wasn't the original source. The antimatter that made it before is the original, and the Big Bang is just a cause and effect from the antimatter.
From the antimatter, but still, it's
something
all
happened.
about the original sourcing.
Yes, but we don't know what the original source originally was. We're still trying to figure out what that is because we don't even know what antimatter is, to a certain point.
We know what antimatter is, we don't know what dark matter is.
No,
Totally different.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. Went all sciencey there for a minute, but okay, when I was looking up were creatures, I'm gonna get back on that for just a
Okay.
second.
That's why I love you, Kayla.
I have to
That's
laugh.
why I love you, Kayla.
And
That's
I
awesome.
would like you guys to laugh with
Love
me.
it.
At Kayla. Because
At Kayla,
of one
why?
of the fucking documentaries she started watching
Yes.
wasn't real.
Oh, absolutely not.
It was all
Was
about...
what?
It wasn't real. Do you know the Elder Scrolls?
Oh.
Yeah,
video
it was
game?
all about Elder Scrolls
Yes.
weird creatures. And I was like, why is this so weird? And then I was like,
She watched
oh,
this for like half an
it's
hour.
all based on a fucking video game. Okay.
Oh my
That's
god!
Like, it was super weird. But, now, back on were creatures, though.
Kajit was happy.
When I was looking up were creatures, I did find something that is an actual creature on Earth
Yeah.
called a werewolf mouse. Okay?
Oh, yes, I've heard of that.
And this freaky little mouse eats like snakes and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it's actually totally cool. And then it like howls, kind of like a wolf, but in a squeaky mouse voice. After it kills something.
Hey, pal.
Hey, you. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Okay.
Not the
Well,
ones...
isn't that mouse in Australia?
I don't know.
there's
I don't know where the
Australia.
weremouse is, but
Well,
just a
if it
minute.
is, then it says crikey.
Crikey! I got me killed!
I'm just gonna jump on this kangaroo and beat on his head.
Okay.
Dear
Werewolf
God, you
mouse.
guys.
Unless it's found in Mexico, then it's arriba. Right. Andale, andale.
Yeehaw!
God.
I'm looking it up, man. I gotta know the origins of the werewolf mouse.
Si, senor. It is Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay. It's actually in the southern United States and northwest
Holy
Mexico.
crap.
Speedy Gonzalez wins again!
Where's Mexico?
Ay, 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 ay.
Mexico.
Holy shit. He's a Mexican
Yeah,
mouse.
holy shit is right.
Fred,
Now I want a little poncho to be
it's
on it.
probably a transplant.
Dude.
Well,
if you
I
are-
want-
you
no.
know genders of plants.
I have watched
Who
this
says what
episode.
gender plants need to be?
I have watched this episode. Friend,
You can.
I think it was Tweety and Sylvester. They ordered a mouse for Sylvester, and it was actually a kangaroo from Australia.
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
seen that one.
I also
Yeah.
happen to remember a mouse called Speedy Gonzalez that ran around and was like, "Ay, okay.
Well, that's who I was talking about
Well, no, stop.
the entire time.
Oh,
It was a.
I figured out something kind of scary about kangaroos.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, they've been around since the Jurassic period.
Jurassic kangaroo.
Yeah, they were just around.
They were one of the first mammals.
Yeah,
like
and they haven't
creatures.
changed much since then.
No.
It's very scary.
They got a little smaller, just like
it's so scary.
Back in the day,
they survived back then, and they
did they? What's on average? How tall do they get? Now?
8 feet.
Between 6 and 8 feet. Here now.
They didn't shrink.
Before that, they were effing huge.
Not
No,
really.
they were larger than that. They were larger than that. They were about 15 feet, at least. So they've shrunk. They've shrunk down a bit.
Just a little bit.
Then we don't have a complete skeleton.
Of a kangaroo? I'm sure we could go to Australia and get one.
From the Jurassic period.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, there's plenty of kangaroo skeletons. What are you talking about?
Brett.
Sorry.
No, from the Jurassic period.
Oh, a Jurassic kangaroo.
Yeah.
Jurassaroo. What is it actually called?
And it's not the Jurassic period, it's the
Homo
Mesopotamian.
Yeah, Mesopotamia.
Oh, okay. I seriously just said the homoerotic period. That is not right. I was like, wait a minute. That's when Homo sapiens were made.
Yeah. Australia back
Bigfoot showed up, his
scary.
big sexy ass.
Oh, dude. Okay, so when I was a little kid, and actually, I told Cole about this. Like, okay, so I used to always think that Bigfoot was a werewolf. Okay. Because nobody could ever see him. He only came out, like, at weird times, and nobody ever found any bones, so I just figured he turned back into a human, and that's why we never found any Bigfoot bones, or, like, any Bigfoot anything, because the second that he died, or the second that it got cut off, it would turn back to human, like flesh or bone. So I was always thinking that Bigfoot was actually, like, a were creature when I was a kid. Just saying.
Scary.
So, there is actually a lore for werebears, where they do not.
Bears?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And they're from northern Siberia, and they do not procreate by biting completely. Friend. So they bite other bears. They bite other bears, and during intercourse, their teeth have a venom in them called an itch, causing the reproduction of organs to go into hyperdrive. And actually starting all the reproductive processes that need to happen in order for you to have a child. So supposedly theirs are actually created by regular reproduction.
Unfar bears.
Friend, yeah, like
7-year itch.
Bears be getting freaky.
But that's the thing. When bears procreate, they do have to bite their partner in order to prove dominance. Friend, what's the matter, Nikki?
now running through her head, and she's getting images.
There's so much things that are running through my head right now.
Bears were originally the kinkiest creatures on Earth.
No.
No. It was bears.
Bears were not a kinky creature.
You know that lizard that licks his own eyeball?
No,
That's
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's unbearable.
The kinkiest
The bare
creatures on
necessities.
Earth, or a freaking monkey.
Yep,
A monkey
that's
is a
what my
kinky
mother would
creature.
have said. The bare necessities.
Yeah.
Friend.
That would be a direct quote from my mother at this moment.
Hey, so if you shave a werebear, does it look like a human?
No, it looks like a saggy bear.
Yeah, it would still look like a bear
Ew.
until it turned into a human.
Saggy
Yeah.
bear. Oh, it's like the black bear that they shaved? That
Yeah.
creepy, like,
Yeah.
death dog looking
It just
But-
would be standing on two legs.
Supposedly, it is a
Werebear.
tribe, an old tribe in northern Siberia
What?
that has this ability.
A kid in northern Siberia?
An
No, a
old
tribe.
tribe.
Oh! Okay.
You're right beside me. How do you take one of your ears off the headphones so you can hear
I'm
us?
an old guy, and then I was like, no, that can't be right. And then you were like, no, and I don't know why I thought of a kid. And
You have to take one of the headphones off.
One of the headphones?
Yeah, you can't hear us in the studio.
Oh! Hey.
This should not be this hard, people.
Okay, old tribe in northern
That's what
Siberia.
she said.
I got you! Oh,
Man.
fine, I'll take my headphone off.
See, you still heard Robert, right?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay, cool.
Oh God, I love you guys. That's so
We've been doing this for 5 years. How do you not know how to do this yet?
I'm
She's still learning.
special. Okay.
We all have our days. Don't give her a hard time. We all have our days.
No, oh, God.
Oh dear. You guys are awesome.
So if like a pussy cat became a were, would it be a were pussy or a were cat?
Would be a werecat.
Really?
I'm just asking for a friend.
Is that thing still on?
Yeah.
Is it turning?
Well, you're the one bringing up
It is
Werecat.
now.
Is it turning?
No, John. John has a fan right beside him that is supposed to be circulating so it it hits all of us. It has only been hitting him. He is such a jackass.
Hey, it's pretty amazing. All I'm
He
saying.
like leaned down and turned it to where it just hits him for like the last 20
Hit the
minutes.
oscillate.
Yeah.
Hit the oscillate, yeah.
Huh. They haven't noticed. It's been the whole time.
I was wondering why I was just getting hotter and hotter.
Oh, honey. Oh, sorry.
I know. I'm
Hotter, hotter, hotter. Grr.
Man,
Oh, let's talk about wild bears and procreation getting hotter.
So-
it's that tribe.
I do have a question for you two, because I have been doing this research for this shit for tonight, and I've come across some of the weirdest shit.
Have you looked it up afterwards?
I found a short story
A were
Oh,
puss.
dear God.
that kind of made me wonder: is astral the only word for that plane?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's just the most commonly used.
Now this
Yeah.
person described it as
That
the
was funny.
ether.
Thank you, Kayla.
Ether's a little bit different
The ether.
than the astral.
Ether. Yeah, it's either either.
Ethereal.
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 And
Yeah.
you're saying and you're saying we have lost touch with that plane, whereas humans back in beginning times
We're very
had
connected.
full access to it. Like we were very connected to it.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
It is the source of all magic on Earth.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense since our our path in evolution is more based on
Technologically
technology than rather the spiritual
then they
route.
came along with this. Yeah, and it's like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's why some of
And
the
we've just lost it.
yeah, but that's why some of the uncontacted tribes,
Still have magic people.
yeah,
They can't
but
Still
Contacted
believe
yet.
in the
They've
magical
got
realms and
and
everything
because
else.
they have these practices that make them not live longer, but live through certain
Enjoy
things
themselves.
and enjoy their in the Amazon
Yeah.
rainforest. There was this one white dude, I can't remember his name, but he had a form of cancer that he was dying from, and he went to one of these uncontacted tribes, and they rubbed this weird mud on him.
Honey,
And what?
that's a movie called The Medicine Man.
No, no, no,
That was,
no. This
I discovered the cure for cancer.
no this.
Okay.
I don't know if it was cancer, but it was some disease. But this was real.
Yeah, he went into the mud treatment and got the whole package and...
Yeah. But...
Well,
The-
you know,
You know what I'm talking about.
Didn't that happen in that movie where they curve the bullets too?
Whatever.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever.
No, they have the people that like can pull stuff out of you without like do surgery on you without actually cutting you. Yeah, they do
Yeah,
that.
they did it. They did it to Steve-O.
They have the sausages up their sleeve and they just go...
Brad, well, no, the guy actually pulled Steve-O's appendix out, supposedly.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have to go and get an MRI and be like, hey, dude, do I still have an appendix? Like, is it there?
Yeah, but for Steve-O, that's no guarantee, because he's been on drugs 90% of his life.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
he wouldn't know if he still has an appendix.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that would be like them being like, look,
Look,
I pulled out your gallbladder, and me being like, no way! And then being like, wait a minute, I had a surgery for that.
But it just weirded me out that, like, I don't know, I never thought of Astral that way.
As the ethereal plane?
And, yeah, as being, like, the source of magic.
I don't know.
I don't look at it that way.
No?
I feel like there
No.
are planes that are the source of magic, but it wouldn't be considered the astral. It'd be different.
Yeah, it's...
Like...
That is different. That's where I get mine from. I go to a different place and restock. It's like a big dark cave, but you can see everything. It's like black ceiling, black sand, but we've created, me and a few other people have created like a base, like houses all on the beach side, and the water is like that crystal blue, like a shimmering neon blue, and that's where all we
Iridescent.
collect most magic from. Yeah.
So
I can just go into that.
when
pick
you,
out
when
and
you,
See, you do that different than I do.
Right,
when
and
you
I
look up,
also...
is there a road sign that says you are here?
And I've,
No.
Like,
You
'cause
just
it might
know.
tell you what
You
it's called.
automatically know.
I've also
If-
heard
if-
of people going into, like, different fairy realms to pull magic from them. And I think it depends
Dangerous,
on
but
what type
yes.
of magic and how much and what you're using
Yeah,
for,
But that's
where you
also
go.
what I'm wondering.
Okay,
Okay.
listen. When you're dealing with fairy magic and the fae,
Uh-huh.
you have
Watch
to
out.
be very well loved
Mm-hmm.
for them to even allow you to do that.
And see, that's what
That
I was
is
saying.
a
It was saying.
big deal.
I have heard people going into realms of like fairies. I've also heard people going into like
Yes.
certain kinds of dragon realms and stuff like
But
this.
again,
Yes.
this is like
Mhm.
Robert does.
again.
My other
Yeah,
friend used to
sorry.
all the time.
Again, this is
So,
like that
yeah,
little
it's-
one source thing
Yeah.
where
Where
one
it
source
very
feeds
originally
all of these
came
realms
from one source, and the source is feeding magic into separate
into
realms.
separate realms. So the
Okay.
fairy realm would be fed by this source too.
Yes, but there are certain realms that are more in tune with magic than
And
let's
Earth
say,
has lost
ours is. Yes,
Yeah.
and Earth for the most part, minus specific people who go in and like siphon off from different realms.
Because I do like
We can't go down
There
to
has
the
to
lake
be
down there and pull
some
magic out of it. Not the
fucking
same.
truth in every story.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And,
No, it does.
well, everything was based off of something originally.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
we have no original thought as humans.
Exactly.
So every single story, every single legend, every single tale is based on something else that someone once saw and
Yes.
made a story of.
Yes, because okay, like the way that the human mind seems to work is that like even in your dreams, the only faces that you see are faces that you've seen before.
Or
You
it
can't
puts together
create
multiple
a
people's faces to
your
make something
national
new.
face.
No.
That doesn't make sense with
You
past
can-
lives.
You can in dreams you can have you don't have to have faces of people that you've seen.
Well,
That's not accurate.
well, what I think Mom's trying to say is that in a dream, you take pieces from other people's face to make a face that you know someone doesn't have, but it seems new to you.
No.
No?
I don't. They're all Kevin Costner to me.
No.
Oh, that is a creep. Okay. No,
He's just got a crush.
Like,
That's actually how I know when I had government asshats in my dreams. Because I do so much. Well, I haven't recently because health-wise I haven't been okay. But I do so much lucid dreaming, which is control of your own dream. Whoever you want in your dream, you can allow. Whoever you can make up the faces, the images in the dreams. It can be somebody you know. It can be somebody you don't know. It can be somebody that is alive. It can be somebody that is completely made up by your brain.
yeah, but
Okay.
I
These are
guess
all
I've
Denzel
always
Washington.
thought of like human faces as like a. Have you ever created like a? Oh God, Facebook does this where you could go in and you could pick which eyeballs, you could pick which nose to make your own character. Okay, your avataring characters. I've always thought of like human faces, animal faces, all of those as having a specific set number of like combinations. Okay, like you have like 4 billion of these to choose from, but they're made up of all of these combinations, and it's whatever combination is thrown together to create like its own little baby avatar. I don't know.
There always has to be an original, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
the OG
I
would
get
be
what you're saying,
like,
though.
if you're Christian or Catholic or whatever, your OG would be Adam.
Actually, to put it in like game point of view, it's like the original skin is like Steve from Minecraft, but you can make millions and billions and trillions of combinations using the textures that he has and that has evolved through that.
Yes, but you can make them so disproportionate that they don't look human.
Yes, that's
Yeah, and
where
have
the
you seen
uncanny
some people?
theory comes from.
But
Sorry.
that's the thing.
Uncanny X-Men.
There always has to be one, like some original that someone came up with. There is no one on this earth who has ever had a nose that went down to their fucking chin.
Well,
not true.
actually, someone
There's
has.
actually a disease that
Yeah.
causes that.
Actually, there is someone in
Yeah.
history that has.
Show
has
me.
Okay, I can show you on it. There's a wax statue of him.
That's not him.
Well, he's not alive anymore. He died in like the 1800s.
So there'd still be a painting of him.
No, there's a wax statue.
That doesn't count.
But at Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at that little goblin.
That doesn't go to his chin. That goes out.
Well, he can like push it down.
No, like not pushing it down.
But this guy's goes to his lip.
You're a weirdo.
I'm just saying, these people do exist.
They do.
Like, look at this guy. He has a long ass neck.
Okay.
That's fake as fuck.
It's not
John.
fake.
You can't.
Share that in the group.
That's a giraffe, bro.
That is fake as shit.
Oh my god, it is so real that I feel like you're lying.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like, look at this. That's so real. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but there is something called bird face syndrome. Like, seriously, there is a actual disease called bird face syndrome. And people's faces are very awkwardly disproportionate.
Yeah. Like, there's... Oh, have you guys seen that kid with the huge, like...
Well, honey,
Alien
most
head?
of that is... Yeah.
No, but there's videos of them. They have, like, some disease where their brain is filled with...
Fluid.
Fluid.
Yes, it's actually not that super rare. It's hydros.
Yeah, but there's that one kid that's like...
What is it, hydrocephalitis?
Yes.
Yeah!
Hydrosyphilis?
They have a TikTok page. I've seen it.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, off the subject. Just a
I'm just gonna say, everybody in Nikki's dreams is Denzel Washington, and I know it. Right.
No, not even remotely close.
No, it's
Right.
like
Well, yeah. Then
Don't
do
get
it.
me wrong. I like the guy. I like the guy. He's a great actor.
it's Dwayne.
Not
Dwayne The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, no,
Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel.
Ew.
honey. No, not even remotely close.
You gotta think of her time era.
Sorry.
God.
I'm a Gen X.
Then
That's
Grug.
number one.
Grug.
Number two.
Pamela
You
Anderson.
don't want to know.
Well, do you, punk?
Moses.
It's Patrick Stewart.
Did you say
We
Moses?
all know it. It's Patrick Stewart.
Well, I'm thinking of her
Oh,
time period.
It could be Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Make
You
it
like that
smooth.
mustache?
It could be Patrick Swayze. Although, but that would make all dreams horrible. You'd never get fuck
Oh my
all
God,
done.
John, that was great.
Moses. It's Moses.
Moses.
Think of her time.
He is such a dick, isn't he?
I'm just saying. She says she's from back then all the time.
Holy fuck. Oh my God, you guys.
And then Robert's from
I am
Australia.
not even remotely telling you.
Robert's from Australia, so it's
Especially
just
not
a bunch of
public.
spiders doing stuff for him.
Yeah.
Like there's one at the stove flipping a pancake on a pan.
It's those wolf spiders. Just hiding in the crevices, just coming out to do some chores.
No. Wolf spiders are the least of your worries in Australia.
Yeah, you get a kangaroo. If you got a kangaroo in a pond.
Because the kangaroo doesn't do the chores.
And no, it's the kangaroo spiders that are scary.
Yeah.
No, in Australia, it's all about the oh crap!
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
remember the
Robert.
spider that's as big as a dinner plate.
Oh my. Hey, it touches their chin. I'm just saying,
It
they're
does.
dating. One of them is dating a celebrity. Has to be real. You saw the heart.
Yeah,
the
but
fact-
Mitchell's mum.
Is Robert?
The fact that you called her a celebrity, you are the most generous person in the world. Right?
Mitchell's mother. Yeah.
Just
I
saying.
cannot believe you put that in the chat, Robert.
That's
Holy
hilarious. Wow.
Oh my
Okay.
He was a holy man.
Yeah.
Yeah, holes.
Jimmy Gorgon.
You know, the interesting thing is that I know that I met. No, I gotta be careful saying this publicly.
She met Moses.
I knew it.
No, I met Jesus in a past lifetime, and I have a vague It's very vague,
At what age?
which is why when I
It was during his teen years.
saw him again, and he was taking me to say goodbye to a friend of mine who had died a number of years ago, that I didn't know had died. He was so familiar to me, and it wasn't until after that experience that it all hit me. And this is the first time I've ever publicly made that statement. I didn't even know if I was ever going to make that statement at all. And I'm not going to even remotely talk about what I remember.
Hey, no
It's
worries.
just, it's way too private to me. And so, I'm not talked about in anything or anything like that. It's just,
Can I ask one question though?
yeah,
Like,
ask.
okay, this is gonna sound stupid, but
I know, just ask. No,
does he look like the
no
actual
questions are stupid.
pictures that, like,
No.
was he like a skinny white guy with a beard, or was he
No.
more Middle Eastern looking?
Well,
He's more to me when I remember him, and both then and when he went to take me to the that half section between the living and the deceased.
Mm-hmm.
He's more Middle Eastern looking.
Mm-hmm.
Alive, the clothing was very basic. When he was taking me to the halfway point to say goodbye to my friend. He was in similar type of clothing, but it was clean. It was like so you go from like this, what I could only classify as muslin, to what in living lifetime versus when I saw him again, it looked like linen, like almost not white linen, but it wasn't white, it wasn't dark cream colored, it wasn't original unbleached muslin type of fabric. It was, I don't know how else to describe it. And he was barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I remember him being barefoot in when he came and got me. And the weird thing is before he left, he wasn't barefoot. He was in these
Sandals.
yeah, it's the form of a sandal, and I don't know what else to call it, but it's
Birkenstocks.
Well,
it's kind of like what we would call a flip flop.
Well,
or in my day, we used to call it a thong, but you can't call it a thong anymore nowadays. You gotta call it a flip flop.
Did you just say Jesus
But
wore
it wasn't
a
a.
thong?
oh my goodness.
It wasn't.
Right all the way
I
up.
don't know.
Hey, but I do have another
I don't
question.
remember what I don't remember what the material was underneath, but the top part of it was leather. That I remember.
But hey, I got a quick
Everything
question
was brown.
about.
Yeah.
So the picture of him, I don't believe that's true at all, because if I'm remembering right, one part of the Bible says Jesus is supposed to convince you with his words, not his looks. So, to me, that's saying he was ugly. He was an ugly dude.
No, I think what
No.
it's saying is that he was a
well,
good-looking dude,
No,
and
but
he needed to convince
hold
you
on.
with his
But the
words.
devil
Hold on,
is supposed to.
Hold on. In that time
He's a
period,
beautiful man.
yes, he is now. To us.
Yeah, but in the time period, he
But
would
in
have
the
been
time
ugly.
period he was in,
He was dirty.
he was dirty and he would have been considered ugly.
Yeah.
He would have been like us, kind of looking at a
Because he
homeless
wasn't
vagrant right now.
overweight.
Well, and that's the
You
thing.
gotta remember, you're in the Middle East. In that time period, overweight meant wealth, which meant attractive.
Everybody was dirty back then.
Well, and that's what
I
I
mean,
said. Like, he was
and
actually
it's
kind of thought of
because
as
of
like
the-
our homeless vagrants now. Because
It's
he
because
did go
of the
town
desert
to town
area.
and everything. You know?
Yeah.
You know how he was missing a few years?
Like
Like
12 to
the
33.
government came in and took him, that kind of thing. Friend, there is a book you guys need to read. And it's by Christopher Moore. It's called Lamb, The Gospel According to Biff.
Never thought I would talk about that publicly. Sorry.
Friend,
Just totally threw myself.
he fills
Totally
in the
mind-bended.
years that Jesus was gone, showing what he did as he was growing through his adolescence. So
No, he was
and he sticks with the actual Bible, where like Jesus was a pure man. He had never defiled his body, friend. But he had no problem letting his best friend do it so he could watch. Friend,
he was telepathic back then.
was he?
Yeah.
Friend,
Okay, I'm gonna start crying. That just brought up a lot of memories.
this is you guys really
Sorry.
should read this book, though. It is one of the best satirical religious books you will ever find.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really enjoyable to read. Friend,
Put it in the chat.
I can do that. Friend,
Wow. Can't believe. Wow. Just
I have to find the
stunned.
chat. I'm not good at this.
Woo.
There we go.
Oh, hey, so
No, but I did a little.
Wow.
I watched a movie like 2 days ago that I hadn't seen in years, and
Yeah. What was it?
It was K-Pax. Have you guys ever seen K-Pax?
I know that. Why do I know that?
It's the one where it's Kevin Spacey and he says he's from a different planet.
Yeah, he like just shows up randomly
That's what.
in a train
Okay,
station.
so that's 1990s, right? Early 2000s?
Early 2000s, I believe. But
I don't
Okay.
think it's that new.
but I was watching this the other day, and I was thinking about
Oh, it is 2001.
some of the stuff that he was saying to convince everybody that he was from a different planet. Because he ended up in like a loony bin, because they picked him up in New York at this bus stop where he was like, no, I'm an alien, I'm traveling from another planet, like that kind of thing. So they threw him in a psych ward. And it's like him being in this psych ward, trying to convince everybody that he really is this alien from K-Pax and not just a crazy person. Like, and
Yeah.
I was thinking about like some of the stuff we've talked about different alien races and different things like that, and like how they would comprehend what, like, if you went down to any random street and somebody told you that they were from Mars or they were from wherever, you would be like, this guy is crazy, and just walk away from them, or whatever. But it makes you wonder how many of the people that say that actually are. And they aren't actually crazy, they're just really from either a different planet, or they really are what they say they are.
Time and space displacement.
Mm-hmm.
There is a person that I know of that is, and I've got to be very careful with what I'm talking about right now.
Yep, you do.
There is and Robert, you know of this person.
Yep. Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. Yes, you do. Gotta be careful.
That has claimed to be an ET living on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Publicly claimed to be an ET living on Earth, and can prove that the core of their hair is hollow.
Okay.
Which is how many of the ETs, real ETs, their hair is hollow.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I've seen it scientifically. As a child, I've seen it. Well, young teenager, I suppose, is how I would classify that one. And I've seen the science of it. And when this individual, because I'm trying to state gender, and I'm going, no, you cannot.
Mm-hmm.
No, you cannot. And I don't give two shits if this person has made this as a public thing or not. This is very dangerous territory. And the fact that they even came out and said this on 3 different shows that I know of, who I was absolutely shocked that they were even on as a semi-guest. I don't even know how to say that one. But anyway. And everything in me screams at me anytime I see this person on camera, on a live video stream, or whether it's recorded or playback. And my instinct is, I know they're right, but this is not somebody you want to be listening to.
No.
And this is the very first time I've ever come out publicly to state that, but I'm also not saying who this person is.
Yeah.
The fact that they were able to show that they had their hair tested, and the viewing under a microscope and what it looked like, and it was this, I was just about to say it, this person's real hair. They even pulled hair from their own head on one show that they were on, and were able, and I went, holy hitballs, that is real ET hair. Because when they did a close-up of it, there was a certain way he did a certain kind of light on it. I kind of lost my shit. I had to actually walk away from the device I was watching because I started to freak out. Yeah. And my instinct is This is not somebody that you really want to be listening to, because some of the things that I've heard them talk about are not, it's not that they're not accurate, it's...
We're not ready for it yet.
No, people are not even, yeah, Robert's right. People are not ready for it yet, but it's also to the point to where, yeah, it's going to be to this person's detriment in a major way, and that is extremely concerning. And this person is already a targeted individual from the United States. They're no longer in the United States for that reason.
No.
So there are people that are actually coming out and making statements like that. Now, this was what, Robert, 3 years ago? When they made that, about 3 years ago when they made that statement. And I literally had to put the device down and went, I need to walk away. I got to calm down for a bit and then come back. And when I came back, they were off the subject, but I was losing my marbles over it because of the fact of some of the things that they were talking about. Not only are we not ready for it, I sure as hell wasn't going to validate publicly that person, but every instinct in me was, this person's not a safe person.
Yeah. Now, there was, when I was a kid, there was this old dude that lived down from us. And back in that time period, everybody would just say he was senile. Okay?
Yeah.
But this dude swears. Like, he would talk to you and he would tell you about stuff and everything. But he believes that he accidentally jumped to the future. Okay? Like, that he was from the past. And somehow he ended up in our time period and had no idea how, but made his life here anyways. But he would talk about, like, stuff that happened in the past, like he was there. Like, he'd talk about, like, Civil War stuff, and he would talk about, like, being in all of these different things, and he would talk about people's names and stuff, but at that point, my mom was like, well, honey, I think he has dementia, or, you know, like, something like that. But
I'm going to tell you something, what I've learned. Yeah, your mom's most likely right, but at the same point, I have met people that I know, and now we're dealing right back into secret space program and all that crap. And I call it crap simply because I'm very, very angry about my time in it. Very angry. And rightly so. But the point being is that there are men and women who have done what people are calling 20 and back. Now, I don't call it that. Do I think that it's real? Yes, I do, because I've known people who I have flown as a pilot in that, choice words, I'm trying to be polite, and I'm trying to cool my jets, so I do apologize.
No worries.
And so, it's possible. That is one possibility. The other most likely possibility is that he really does have some form of dementia or Alzheimer's. That's the most likely scenario. But there are other possibilities.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's
that
like
is what people need to understand.
We always say that these people are senile, or these people are crazy, or these people have this,
because nobody wants to deal with it.
But some of them are ridiculously convincing to the point where I'm like, well, how in the hell would you know that? Like, unless you were actually there.
Correct.
Or they'll say stuff like they came from the future to the past. And they'll be talking about technologies and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then, like, 10 years later, something will come out that they talked about, and I'm like, well, how in the hell this person without any scientific background, this person without any background in tech, that can can't do this, this, or this, how in the hell could they have told me that this was going to happen, and it did? Or they'll give you exact times and dates that specific big global events are going to happen.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, okay, here, take some Holodoll, whatever. But
here, let's drug you up even
then
more.
the event comes around, and it happens almost exactly how the person had said.
Yeah.
But there's no way these people would know that unless they were either from that period or had some kind of psychic abilities that tapped into that period.
Or
you wouldn't be able to specifically state dates and times without either being there or seeing it somehow, through your mind's eye, through whatever.
Bingo. Psychic downloads can do that, and people don't even realize that they're psychic downloads. Just an FYI.
But I mean, we push these people away. We put them in loony bins. We tell them they're crazy. We give them medication. We whatever. But
that's the psychology of stuff on this planet.
Some of them are just not. They just know what the hell they're talking about. They just are too far advanced or too different for people to actually listen to.
And that's the bigotry on this planet. This planet is filled with so many different forms of bigotry. And it's because of the belief systems on this planet. And that is one of the things that the ETs, many different races have talked about this, about the fact that humans need to advance their consciousness, because when you do that, it opens everything up to you to where you can start seeing truth, and you can start, and the bigotry starts falling away, because the truth is coming into
fruition.
Your domain. Into your domain, into your area of field, however you want to classify that as, and it can make a difference. Look, I never in a million years would have thought that me being told by an ET 2,500 years old, I still have a hard time with that one. Robert, and I could name at least three other people that all know when I went through that, I couldn't even fathom 1,000 years. That was a little easier, but I had a hard time with that. 2,500 years old as an ET, I lost my frickin' marbles over that. I was not okay about it. It took me a very long time, almost a full year, 10 to 12 months, to really accept that.
Well, and see,
it was not something easy, and that is what is going on this planet. The information that we have has been so sequestered, it's been so tightened down on this planet that it makes, oh shush, I know that look, Robert. It makes it very difficult for a lot of people to open their minds and believe beyond what they know already.
Well,
and a lot of that has to do with government, a lot of that has to do with the public, and it also has to do with people's fear.
Well, and that's what I'm
saying.
Understand that. If you take a child, small child, and you teach them that they can't do something, and you continuously tell them that they can't do this. And
Correct.
it can be something as simple as you cannot raise your arms like that. It's not possible for you to do that. Well, then
you hear it over and over again.
Them in their minds will never be able to do that because you've told them so many times that it's impossible, that in their brain it rewires their brain to the place where they can no longer do that because they know it's an impossible feat. So
unless you got ADD, oppositional disorder, like I was told when I was about 4 years old, I'd never make a jeweler.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Right.
So it's my
Yeah.
parents' fault I can't fly.
Well, to some
Those
fucking
assholes.
degree, that's kind of
Dad,
what I'm talking
why didn't you
about,
allow me
though,
to fly?
is
Huh?
Okay, I'm
We've
going to tell you something.
continuously put these limitations on ourselves and told
Yeah.
ourselves
Let
we
me tell you
can.
why.
I just need to answer John quick. John, you can fly.
Go jump off the
Just
roof and see
only
what
for a
happens.
very short period of time.
How dare you?
And it'll probably
Falling
only
with
once.
style.
That's what I was gonna say. I think Buzz Lightyear said it best. You fall with style.
You fall with style. Oh, God.
Look at me, I'm flying.
Um,
No, you're falling with style.
There's, okay. During my last, and I've talked about this before, I'm trying to figure out how to say it again. Mostly because I've got my window open. I'm trying to think of how very careful to say this. So when I was pregnant the last time, I was taught something very specific, and it blew my mind. And it blew my mind in such a way to where I was like, well, I can't do that. And I got told, yes, you can. And it wasn't until I was shown how they did it that I learned that I could too. And I'm never going to talk about what it is.
Yeah.
But because it's way too frickin' dangerous for people to really know. It's way too dangerous for me. I will be unalived if I really talk about what I know. I already know that. I've already been essentially told that. But the point is that because of our sciences on this planet, our Earth human sciences, that's why I didn't believe it was possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you were
when I
always
was
told that it
shown,
wasn't. Yeah.
yeah, because according to our human sciences, that is not possible for a human to do.
Right.
And when I went into a specific kind of meditation that I didn't even know that I went into, I found out a very hard way that, yeah, I can do this.
Well, look,
And it was a hell of an eye-opener to me, Kayla.
so
I mean, just
you guys
major
as
mind bender.
psychic mediums, okay,
Yeah.
have got to be told all of the time by skeptics
Oh,
and
yeah.
different people that there's no fucking way you can do that. Like, I've called
Try daily.
bullshit on that because, no, you can't. You know what I mean? Like,
I know
So,
exactly what you mean.
there's plenty of things that everyday people, everyday average, whatever, person number 3 can do
Yeah.
something that person number 2 is going to be like, that's impossible to do. No, you're full of crap. Like, you can't do it.
And this is why my grandmother, when I was somewhere between 5 and 7 years old, always went, Nicole, we don't talk about those things.
Right. Well, and
We don't talk about those things because you'll get put into the crazy house or the nut house or whatever the term she used to say it as.
Well, it's always been kind of funny to me when people talk about self-healing, okay? And a person will
Yeah.
be like, "Psh, you
You
can't
can.
heal yourself, you can't this." But at the same time, even the
You have to be in
doctors,
the
you
right-
go in and they say, if you come in with a positive attitude and you believe that you can do this, you are more
Yeah.
likely to beat X, Y, and Z than you are if you come in with a defeatist attitude and you're like, well, I guess I'm gonna die. You know, like,
I'm going to tell you something.
so that in itself to me is a form of self-healing.
When I got nailed with one of the microwave frequency weapons,
Hmm.
I started losing my vision. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell Robert. I didn't tell any of my really close friends. Nobody knew. And with what I had learned with this one unexpected incident, after baby was gone. I went, well, if I can do that, I bet I can heal my eyes. And I used that specific kind of frequency. I cupped my hands over my eyes because your hands, the palms of your hands are extremely important and valuable in energy. So are the soles of your feet, but it's the hands. And I cupped those over my eyes, and I used my own specific frequency energy. Now, they're not 100%, but they're I was going to say a damn sight better than they were, which is just a weird way to say that. But yeah, exactly. And that goes to Gen X things.
Yeah, but let me... Okay, so... Like your average everyday person that isn't into any kind of paranormal, isn't into any kind of, like, they don't believe in anything. Besides, I went to work today, I came home, I ate my dinner, and I went to bed after watching my programs, you know?
Those people suck.
Yeah.
Hey, so, even people that are living their life that way still believe in willpower. Oh, well, you can get over it if you just... Okay, so how... To me, how is that any different? Like going, oh, just will yourself through it, than any of the other things that they say don't exist. It's always been weird to me. Because it's like everybody believes in the same stuff, they just call it different things.
Yep.
And, like, it's socially acceptable to call it well, you are going to quit drinking, so just use your willpower to do that. Where another person will be like, well, just heal yourself and tell yourself, you know, it's all the same thing.
Yeah, you got to get a better mentality.
Hello.
I don't.
That was bizarre. Sorry. Somebody... Yeah, 2 blocks over. Sounded like it was right in my backyard. Sorry about that.
We didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything? Oh my god, that was loud.
What happened?
What about 2 blocks over?
Nikki. Ooh, 2 blocks over. Okay.
Okay.
2 blocks over, somebody had something going on with their engine, and they were backfiring a lot.
To be fair,
their car was backfiring.
That's about 120 miles away. Oh, man.
And for Robert, that's a hell of a lot further.
Considering my window is open and my microphone is right here, and I'm not that far from my window right now, that's why I thought you could have heard that.
No, you're using a directional microphone. It's only picking up anything from your mouth.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
So yeah, when you said fuck, we totally heard that.
Whoops.
And when you said, Robert, I know that face. You stop that now. We all heard that too.
Yeah, I knew that. That I knew.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So we kind of left our topic behind, but I'm okay with that.
Oh, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, we went a little off course.
All right, where monkeys, guys? No.
Hey, that's Bigfoot.
Okay.
Africa.
Where tiger?
What about Africa?
Where?
Middle East.
What about the Middle East?
Where elephant?
They're in the Middle East.
Where elephants?
No.
Where
Africa
monkeys?
again.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know...
How'd this become a geography lesson?
What what about, like, the little stuff, though? Can you become, like, a were insect? Like a were ant? Or, like, a werebee?
If anything, Kayla's becoming a weremoth.
I would be so fucking mad.
That's what Mothman is.
Everything in the entire world I could turn into, I turned into a damn moth. I'd be like, this sucks. Well, I hate myself.
Or you turn into a mirror. You would just travel through them.
It would make sense. The sun would still be dangerous to you.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I'd probably just zap myself on the first light and be like, "Oh, that was a horrible existence."
so set up one of those bug zappers.
Okay. So I do have one weird question about were things. So we're talking about like, it's like basically a human animal hybrid type thing. Okay.
Okay.
So can it be a plant instead of a animal? Because they're living creatures too.
Well, then that goes.
So can you be like a were carrot?
Well, no, then that goes into the realm of like nature and phase, where you start connecting with them.
No, but what I'm talking about here, like,
Oh, well, where you got
If-
that idea, John? That's interesting.
right? Like if we technically can turn into different animals, like people have the ability to turn into different animals, then could a person also turn into like a blade of grass, a redwood, because it's all connected. Like they're living creatures as much as an animal or a human is a living creature.
That would suck so much to get like an
Well-
ability and you turn into a redwood tree and you just can't move.
I think it would be way
Now
worse.
what I'm
if
wondering though
Mhm.
is what if that applies to what you said? What if the only reason we can't is because we've been conditioned not to over generations?
And then if that mean
Right.
does that mean that animals can turn into humans or plants can turn into human-like?
Because like most of these
Whereas we're
stories
human.
come from tribes that are untouched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have like stories of Green Man and stuff like that too, where it is a plant human hybrid, or like druids, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you have these stories out there of where people are like nymphs and stuff like that. Like, obviously, a nymph is its own thing, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is it's a plant with human characteristics.
Like a dryad.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
okay. So
Got it. Okay.
Or
it's
ants.
yeah. So it seems like there would be some form of where you could turn into like a sunflower or something like that instead of an animal, because it's all interconnected.
Is it
Just
though?
laying back here catching the rays.
You also really don't hear about a lot of... You hear about a lot of mammal to mammal. Okay, so like werebear, weregoat, tiger, werewolf, like all of those, right? But
I did not help it. There,
mammal to
where,
mammal.
there, goat, there, bear.
Werebear, there, bear. Okay,
But if you turn
but
there's
could
a
you
were
be like a were whale or a were shark?
but then don't you just turn into a mermaid?
That's totally different.
You're like half human, half fish. How is that different?
Because it's
What's what's the difference? You're just a mermaid at that point.
okay, wow. Well,
Like,
I
look
guess.
at think about it.
Well, yeah, because I was like, what about like where octopus? And then like he started singing "Poor Unfortunate Souls," and all I could think, like, well, I guess Ursula was
Yeah,
kind of a werewolf.
you're just half human, half octopus.
Okay, no, werewolf should not be the term for that.
Yes, indeed.
What happened to you, werewolf? You know, it happens about once a month, full moon time.
And then
High tide.
yeah,
High
it would
tide.
be high tide because because the werewolves are connected to the moon
Watch out,
because
Batman.
wolves
Okay,
howl.
so that
Every-
would suck
everything
so bad.
has its own
Okay, it would be
connection.
so much worse if you turned into like that werebeast at every high tide, because that
Yeah.
would be like
Well, that depends on where you live.
No,
Then
it wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be a bad
would-
thing.
you just moved to
It would put a
Arizona.
whole new skin
Yeah.
on with Batman and
What?
Catwoman, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Wait, Arizona. Why would you
Why
go
would,
to
yeah,
Arizona?
why would you move to Arizona? There's no water there.
Yeah.
There's no tide there, so you'd never change.
Ooh.
You'd just be human all the time.
Yeah, but then that sucks. You get no powers.
Well, why do you need these special powers?
Well, why are you going out looking for them?
I'm not looking for them. Oh my god.
I'm just saying. You're
You
the
know,
one bringing
I think,
them up.
I think honestly, the absolute worst would be to become a were sun, and all of a sudden you're just like poof.
Well, how is that gonna happen? Are you gonna get bitten
Like,
by
you
the
just turn
sun?
into John?
I've gotten bitten by the sun before. It's called a sunburn. Nikki.
Oh, I don't get those.
Yeah, it's because you're brown. Us white people, we burn. We turn very, very red, and it hurts, and there's blisters involved. And
Right.
that's appealing.
Wait, if you have to get bitten to turn into something,
Mm-hmm.
then how does a blade of grass bite you, or like a tree?
You can get cut by a blade of grass.
But that's cut.
When is the last time you heard about a weregrass?
Like
When you're
15 seconds
mowing.
ago from Mom?
That scent that they give out when you move, that's actually them
Forever.
saying, help, I'm being cut.
But a nymph is different than grass.
That's
So
true.
wait a minute. Every time I eat a salad, if I accidentally bite the
Oh my
inside of
God.
my mouth while I'm eating it, I could turn into a salad?
No,
No, you turn into that one plant.
Oh, okay.
you'd still turn into
Oh my
something
God.
fried.
Well, they got
Right.
like mushroom people.
Well,
We don't need no shrooms, man.
No, but really, they got mushroom people.
that's just Smurfs.
Let's go.
What do you mean, mushroom people?
There's like
There-
20 different types.
There are like 1,000
What?
different types of mushroom people. Okay, and like honestly, it's been a thing that people have said they've seen, where it's like a human-looking mushroom.
That's called The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
no,
they were
I'm
just
not
like
talking
doing a
about the
set
past,
out in the
bud.
woods and someone just saw it.
I'm talking about actual mushroom people.
Who's seeing mushroom people? Because I think they're on them.
Okay,
Okay.
new rule. If you want to bring something to the table like that, you need proof on your computer.
Okay.
Because, like,
You know what? I will study all week. I will show you some real mushroom people.
what you think, Nikki? We go see no mushroom people next week?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's some kind of fae, but I mean, there are mushroom people.
First
Wait,
I've ever heard of it.
Does that mean there's cow people?
Well, there's people
Like
Oh,
were-cow?
God.
Okay, so, well, a were-cow.
Yeah, like one farmer, like
Got bit by a cow.
yeah, one farmer got bit by a cow. Every dairy season, he turns into one.
Every dairy season, so
I don't
every
know.
fucking
I have
day.
never come across a story of a were-cow, but I have seen a cartoon about it.
Mushroom people.
I'm trying to remember which one it was, but there was a cartoon with a were-cow.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a were-cow and
Yep.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay.
He got bit by some kind of weird bat thing, and he turned like. Okay. Anyway.
Well, that's messed up. That all we got was COVID.
No, but okay. Have you guys ever read the book or seen the play of Bunnicula?
Yes.
Okay, and so that's a bunny.
I haven't seen that in years.
Oh, there's a TV show
crap.
of that.
Yes. So it's a bunny that like turns into a vampire bunny, and he just sucks the fruit
Yeah.
and like vegetables.
And he gets
all
special
the
powers
juices out of
from
them,
certain fruit.
Yes.
A
So
little bit like Count Duckula.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, so does that mean like every animal has to like suck something different?
So that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm trying
John's
to
a
say.
vampire.
Though, is that, like,
Wow.
so if a vampire became a vegetarian
God,
vampire,
you guys, what a conversation.
right? So okay, in Twilight, you know how they're like vegetarian vampires, so they
Yeah.
like drink deer and stuff
How is that vegetarian?
because it's not humans.
But that's still.
It's a vegetarian vampire. But so like in the lower of a
Oh my
vampire,
goodness.
if you bite like a human and you don't suck like Olive's blood, it turns into a vampire, right? So
That's
if
not-
you bite like a moose and only like drink part of its blood, would it then be like
No, but
a
isn't-
vampire
God
moose?
almighty.
But isn't the lore you
What
also
the
have to have the vampire has to also give you blood?
Oh, would you look at that? That's all the time we have tonight. Holy shit.
We have more things we gotta talk about. Other animals suck in other things.
Brad, join us next week, and we'll
Okay.
talk about something else.
Well, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
about mushroom
Robert,
people.
there's got to be a werewolf somewhere.
Is that a cat
Yeah,
or an
octopus.
octopus?
That's what I'm saying, but a werewolf, okay? Like a person.
Werewolf. Where?
Is there a were jelly?
Were jelly?
And with that, ladies
Like
and
a
gentlemen, we are
jellyfish?
out of here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you very much for joining us.
Are they
Next week, we're going to have a way
The
more
immortal
normal topic
were-jelly.
because this is just way. I regret my decisions.
Tonight's show brought to you by Panadol.
Yeah.
You brought this on.
Yeah.
We talked about were things.
With that, everyone, join us next week, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Wait,
Night.
we're S4 bunker. Does that mean our bunker is burning?
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
We might not have a
It
bunker
doesn't.
next week.
Don't say that.
Oh, folks, I'm going live in 20 minutes on Restore Belief with Nikki. So,
Rock on.
Yeah.
FYI.
So stop over there.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
that
it'll be about
face
3
of
hours
books.
worth
Yeah.
Whoa.
Robert, you
at
got
least.
anything going on?
at least. what?
I
Oh,
have the other show has come back, so I'm just not sure when
Okay,
they're gonna do the next episode.
perfect. Just let us know and we'll get her on
Yep.
here. All right, everybody.
Okay, we'll
Good
do.
night.
Night, y'all.
No.
Good night.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit.